Lexus IS. It's always been in the shadow of the Audi A4 and BMW 3 Series. But are things about to change? And has the time finally come to go anti-establishment? To find out, Auto Express's road test team put a £29,495 Lexus IS 300h up against a £29,810 BMW 320d EfficientDynamics Business and a £28,900 Audi A4 TDI Technic. From the very start, this particular IS is very different than its German rivals. They both have 2-litre turbo diesels. The Lexus, however, is a hybrid, with a 2.5-litre petrol engine mated to an electric motor. Its 65.7 miles per gallon economy may be more than the 61.4 miles per gallon the Audi A4 can do, but slightly less than the BMW's 68.9 miles per gallon. However, it is the only one of the three cars to emit less than 100 grams per kilometre of carbon dioxide. Yet despite this, the IS develops 221 brake horsepower. That's 46 brake horsepower more than the A4 and 60 more than the 3 Series. So does this make it quicker out in the real world? Well, yes and no.
In terms of performance, these three cars are quite closely matched. The BMW and the Lexus are better off the line due to their rear-wheel drive, but you pay the price in the Lexus with the CVT gearbox, where the engine whines quite badly when you're accelerating hard.
In their tests, Auto Express found that the Lexus and the BMW both did 0 to 60 miles an hour in 7.8 seconds, whereas it took the Audi 8.4 seconds. So it seems like the Lexus is on the pace, in a straight line at least, but what about the way it feels from behind the wheel?
So when it comes to the driving experience, the Lexus is pretty refined, quite comfortable, but the CVT gearbox takes a bit of getting used to, the brakes are really grabby and the body control is not great. And the BMW, that's the benchmark in the class. Great handling, really good steering. The 320d's got quite narrow tyres and that helps the ride and gives you a sense of feeling what's going on the whole time. The Audi runs it close though, it's front wheel drive. It's nearly as good as the BMW, but not quite as sharp. So for me, the BMW just takes it.
Obviously, with these types of cars, image is important. And the Lexus cuts the mustard, from the front anyway. Sadly, from the rear, it looks like some kind of budget Korean car. Thankfully, in terms of interior design, the Lexus is easily a match inside for the BMW and the Audi. In fact, the IS's cabin is a very nice place to sit, and it's got certain thoughtful touches added to it we've come to expect from Toyota's luxury brand.
One of the things it has got is easy entry, which means it moves the seat and the steering wheel out of the way to allow you to get in and out easier. One problem we have found with it is that when you do unbuckle to get out, it moves the seat all the way back, and you have to make sure that your passenger in the back is out, or otherwise they might find their legs get trapped.
This issue is made worse by the fact that those travelling in the back of the IS aren't exactly spoilt for space anyway, as it trails the Audi on knee room and the BMW, which is actually the biggest in the rear. There's a similar story with the boots too. The Lexus has the smallest at 450 litres, whereas the Audi and the BMW both can swallow 480 litres. Equally as important as practicality in these kind of cars is gadgetry. So how do the three cars' infotainment systems compare?
The infotainment system in the Lexus takes a bit of getting used to. It uses a little cursor on the screen that you navigate using a mouse type joystick on the centre console. The BMW's iDrive system is a lot easier to navigate, as it has a scroll wheel that you can turn and select your sub-menus, and it also has a set of buttons so you can have shortcuts to radio or sat-nav or telephone, whichever you need to use. The Audi system is very similar to the BMW's, but it has a nice metal dial that you can select your sub-menus with. Unfortunately, the Lexus system isn't quite on a par with what's available in the BMW or the Audi.
Oh dear, that's not particularly good, is it? In fact, that final point brings us back to our original question. Has the Lexus IS finally emerged from the shadow of its German rivals? Sadly no, it hasn't. Sure, it's a good car and it's definitely better than before, but it's still not as good as an Audi A4, which in turn isn't quite as good as the BMW 3 Series.